Okay, so this is a bit of a follow-up to the Zoom PL from Friday afternoon when I didn't record any of them. Whoops. And just a little refresher on the things we covered. One thing that came up was that teachers don't want to have to record the same, send invitations to the same things for daily meetings. So if you have your screen up, you're logged into Zoom, under New Meeting, go below to PMI settings. That's Personal Meeting ID settings. So this is my personal ID number. I'm going to set the passcode to Martin1. I want a waiting room and click on Advanced Options. So you might have this one checked off, Enable Join before Host. And we talked about in our meetings that maybe you don't want your students in there before you get in there. So we don't want that checked off. And then Mute Participants upon entry. That might be a way to get them used to muting and unmuting themselves. Click Save. And now those are the settings for your personal meeting room. So if we want to schedule, right here, your personal meeting room, copy that invitation, and that's what you're going to use. It'll have the link to your Zoom room, as well as we mentioned, you need the ID number. If students are on a tablet, they don't need the link. They want the ID to just enter in. So those are important things. What else did we chat about? So if I just start this and talk to myself into Zoom, your participants on the side will come up here. You have the ability to mute people. Beside it says mute right there and more. You can turn their video off. You can remove them from the room as well. But just remember, once you've removed them, they can't come back into that session. So if they have to leave and come back, that's okay. But if you remove them, they're not able to come back in. At the bottom, you have polling options. That's where I typed in a question and you could answer. It came up on your screen. Breakout rooms. You can determine how many rooms you want. You can assign people automatically or manually and then create a breakout room. The room names can be changed. You can rename them. So this is the blue group. And then because I'm in the Zoom room by myself, there's nobody here, but there would be a list of names underneath each of the breakout rooms. And also it would say move to beside the name. So if you want to move Marsha from room 3 to room 4, you can do that. We talked a little bit about backgrounds as well. So if you go to the top corner here and click on Preferences, the video, if you go to video, FaceTime camera is my automatic one. I also touch up appearance. But you can choose snap camera, and then you can be whatever. If you have downloaded snap camera, you have all those options. So snap camera is just downloaded from the internet. Your students might already know what it is. Anything with filters, I'm sure they know what it is. But you can choose different things in here. So if I were reading or something about Vikings, maybe I want to be a Viking for my meeting. And then if you decide you're done, I don't want to be a Viking, just turn it back to FaceTime camera. Background and filters. Depending on how old your computer is, you'll have these virtual backgrounds, some of them loaded, and you can just choose one and that's easy. If you have an older computer, you might have to click I have a green screen and go to the dollar store and buy a green tablecloth and tape it up on the wall behind you. That works as well. It also comes with a few filters that you can use. So look, I have a beret now. Or cool glasses. Actually, the virtual backgrounds, it might be worth talking to your students about using that, because not all students are comfortable having people see what their house looks like. So that's an option you can do. So I'm going to close that, close snap camera. Definitely practice breakout rooms. That came up a lot in our meetings. So even in your cohort meetings, if you take turns being host and just when you're going to go chat about things, practice doing that. Yeah, those are the basics, I think. But I'm always available. If you have questions, you can email me. I don't know how to turn this off.